Okay, I'm Bernice, also known as Locs on Facebook and Twitter. Okay, so I will be talking about how to remove lint, buildup, product buildup, and the musky smell that occurs with Locs over the time and with some people. So here's a outline.
Don't get too loud.
I'm also going to walk through some techniques to help you remove the following. Okay, to start, most of y'all may know someone with Locs or have seen someone with Locs because it's a very common style now. And also a common way of wearing our natural hair. So some preventative measures that I will be talking about deals with the lint, the product buildup, and mildew smell, and also scalp issues that comes with wearing Locs. So first let's start with the lint. Now lint are particles from our shirts, our towels. My mom, she wears hairnets at work, so she has whole bunch of lint on the bottom of her Locs in the back. And you'll really find the lint in the back of the Locs. You rarely see it towards the front. Now, pith, which is the particles from the universes that are, which are actually holding the Locs together. Now, pith can be mistaken as lint. Some people may try to pick through their Locs. And when you're trying to pick through your Locs and you're thinking that it's lint, when you're taking that pith out, the particles that's holding the Locs together, you're actually thinning your Locs, and your Locs could thin and break at that point where you have taken the pith out. So, like I said, lint actually comes from towels, your shirts, could even come from your pillowcase, is depending on what type of pillowcases, and also hair nets. Now, product buildup. Product buildup comes from either dirt. Some people do not wash their Locs as often as they should. So buildup can come from dirt, and it also can come from products that are not water soluble. And by water soluble, I mean products that dissolve in water. You could put your finger or your hand under water, and whether you rubbing it lightly or whether you're just letting the water run on the product, it will dissolve in water. So that's where buildup comes from. Now, a technique on removing buildup from Locs consists of some steaming water, some clarifying shampoo, and some olive oil. And this is just one technique. Some people have other techniques that they use to remove buildup. Now, first, when removing buildup, you want to wash the Locs as normal with the clarifying shampoo. After you wash your Locs, you want to immerse the Locs in steaming water. I like to boil it. And this is only if your Locs is long enough. If your Locs is short, you won't be able to put them in the steaming water. But this is only for those whose Locs are long enough. So when they're laying back, and I really recommend that it's done by a professional so you won't get burned by the steam or anything. So you'll immerse your Locs in the steaming water for about, I usually let them sit for about 10 minutes. Once I do that, you'll immerse the Locs with olive oil, natural organic olive oil, and you'll soak the Locs with the olive oil. And once you do that, you want to take the Locs and wring them. Can you come? Just have to demonstrate. Once the Locs are immersed with the olive oil, you'll just take them and you'll just start squeezing. And as you're squeezing, I usually, when I steam the Locs, I usually have them lay back into a bowl. And then when I put the olive oil, when you start squeezing, you'll actually see the buildup coming down and coming out of the Loc and squeezing out of the Locs. And I'll do that. I'll repeat that and just keep on squeezing. And then I'll wash. Some people that may have a lot of product buildup, you may not get all the buildup out at one time. You may have to do it several times in cycles until it's completely removed. So once I do that, I'll repeat steps 2 and 3, which is putting them back in some more steaming water, and I'll do it again with the olive oil. So once I do that about 2 times, then I'll go ahead and wash and condition as normal. Now, for those with severe cases of buildup, and I mean I've seen severe cases where I'm actually, because I palm roll, that's my basic technique, and as I'm palm rolling, the dirt and the buildup is just squeezing out of Locs. I do not know how much I hate that. But it's really, it's disgusting. So, for people with severe cases of buildup, you can mix a cap full of degreaser. You can use either 409 or a dish detergent, which acts as a degreaser. Mix it with shampoo and only put it on the shaft part. Don't put it anywhere towards your scalp or your roots. Just only put, because usually the buildup, you really don't find buildup close to your scalp. You usually find it from the end, maybe halfway up. So you'll just work it through with the shampoo, and you'll do as you would do with the olive oil, squeeze and immerse. And then you'll just repeat that step also with the steaming water. Now that's for severe cases. Next, mildew. Now, mildew, which I really find with guys. I don't know, us ladies, guys like to run the streets and it's whatever. Let the rain wash their life. You do have some guys that are well kept on their hygiene. So mildew comes from not allowing your locks to completely dry. My clients probably hate me, probably want to kill me because I would have them under the dryer until they are dry. And in the summertime, I let them use the summer heat and the heat from outside to dry the rest of the locks. I may keep them under there till it's like halfway dry or leave them damp. But for y'all, for my clients, I make sure that they leave with their locks completely dry. When that water builds up in your locks and does not get a chance to air out and dry, it will hold the smell, that mildew smell. And just as if it would do in clothes and towels and the carpet, it would do the same in your hair. So, the best preventative way is just to allow your locks to dry. Some people that take, their showers at night, they may want to wash their hair and then go to bed, and you're not giving your hair the opportunity to dry completely. So that's where the mildew comes from. Now, to remove that mildew and musky smell, you can do the same steps that you would do for removing buildup. Some people, it's not that extreme. I can just steam their locks and they'll get rid of it. Some, I have to go either do the olive oil technique, or for the real severe cases, I would have to do the 409 or degreaser mixed with the shampoo. Okay. Next, I will be talking about problematic scalp, and by problematic scalp, I mean dandruff. And a lot of my clients come to me with this buildup on their scalp or a white film, and every time it's not dandruff. Some people think, oh, I just have a bad case of dandruff. Like Robin was saying earlier, sometimes it is a bacteria or a fungus, or even yeast can extract from your scalp and build up on your scalp and flake up and give that impression of dandruff. So some things and some characteristics that you may have: very bad itchy scalp. You may flakes that resemble dandruff. Some people even it could really get severe where they have scabs, like sores in their scalp. And also I've noticed what's very common is a sour smell. It's not the smell that you've been sweating sour, but it's another sour smell. It has a distinct smell. Those are the severe cases. And like I said, what can cause it is yeast, buildup, bacteria, or fungi. So some techniques to maintain it. One technique that I use for those who have a very severe case, I use a Listerine rinse. And with the Listerine rinse, steps to do that, I first wash the hair, I pre-wash it. And then I put the Listerine in a color applicator bottle because it makes it much easier to disperse on the scalp. So I do that, and I go in between the scalp while they're laying back in the shampoo bowl, because it does run down. And I cover the scalp with the Listerine. And the Listerine, what happens is the Listerine acts as an anesthetic. And it kills that it starts to kill, it may not kill it all the way, but it's breaking down that bacteria or that fungi or whatever germ that is building up in the scalp. So I let that sit for about 15 to 30 minutes, just depending on how severe it is. And then I'll rinse it, and then I'll wash again, and then proceed with, shampoo and conditioning as normal. Now, for some people, that has to be done every time. For some people, you can do it 1 or 2 times, and it kind of controls it a little bit. But with if you have a very severe scalp issue, like Robin said, you should go to a dermatologist if you can't yourself or your stylist can control or correct the problem. And it's just all about maintaining, because that problem may not be curable. It's just all about maintaining, washing your hair on a regular, make sure your scalp, oiling your scalp on a regular. Just is different preventive things that you can do to help maintain a healthy scalp. And just to give you my references, because the information that I'm giving to you was given to me by Malika Turnbull Cooper. She's the owner and operator of Dreads and Heads in Baltimore, Maryland. And I attend her seminars and her workshops when she comes to the Natural Hair Expo every year here in Atlanta. So I am referencing her. She's online. She's on Facebook. She's everywhere. So that's somebody else that you, she's a master loctician. So that's somebody else that you can also refer to for lock and scalp issues, and she's great on scalp mapping for those who have thinning problems. And that's about it. And then for my transitioners, or if you know anybody who is transitioning, I do have a paper that kind of breaks down your first year, what to expect, what you should be doing, and I'll pass that around also. Any questions, comments,